Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to Am I the Asshole Podcast. It is Patreon Day. Let's go, baby. It is beautiful Patreon Day. My goodness. Give me one sec. Do need to fix the camera. I thought we had everything fixed. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Had to fix the camera. All right, camera's fixed. We're chilling. Everything is all good. Oh, baby. This one is actually going to be a free Patreon Day episode. I know normally you're like, wait a minute, didn't we already do a free Patreon episode for the month of June? But the month of June, I always do 2 Patreon Day episodes. Why? Because you get one at the beginning of every month. And then with June, it is my birthday on the 14th. So I always like to do a birthday episode for you guys. And usually my birthday is always on a Friday or, as in this year, it's on a Saturday. So usually it falls between those 2 days. And yeah, man. So, it's all good. Yeah, last year it was like directly on my birthday on the 14th. But with this year it's a day before, so I was like, it's all good. You know what I mean? But yeah, so this is going to be a birthday free Patreon episode for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys, you love it. All that good stuff. We're going to get in today's thread. Today's thread is actually... I'm gonna be on the fly here, and we're gonna change up the thread. This thread is going to be, what did your partner do that made you leave them instantly? All right, let's see what made you leave your partner just instantly. You're like, yep, nope, gone, done. Okay. So, what did your partner do that made you leave them instantly? Stole drugs from someone she definitely shouldn't have, and I had to smooth things over, resulting in me almost getting shot. Whoa. What the fuck? The second I got back to the house, I told her to get her shit and get out and never look back. You facts. Yo. Why is your girl stealing drugs, bro? And who the why would she lead him back to your house, too? I'd be like, oh, hell nah. You guys, you're done. I would throw all her shit out. I wouldn't even be like, get your shit. I would go in there, grab her crap, and I'd throw it out on the fucking lawn. Bruh, that's crazy. Almost getting shot. I've always said it on this podcast, man. I ain't getting shot over some coochie. That ain't happening, bruh. Good thing you left her. Woo! That's insane. She must have had a crazy addiction or something, because to do that, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. All right, what did your partner do that made you instantly leave or leave instantly? I wanted to send myself a copy of a pic he had taken, so he gave me his phone to find it. Previous to the moment, I knew he had a foot fetish, and I found a few covert pics on my own feet. I didn't actually... Excuse him, Wall. I didn't actually care that much until I found sneaky pics of my mother's feet. No! My man snuck into her mom's room and took pictures of her mom's feet. What the fuck? Yo,
what the fuck?
That's crazy. My man was like, yo, my girl's feet are so sexy. I gotta see what her mom's feet look like. I gotta see that. That's gonna be the shit. Nigga. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Wow. Woo! That's insane, son. That's insane. I bet you she never gonna date a dude with a foot fetish ever again. I guarantee you that. All right, what did your partner do that made you leave instantly? She found the keys I hid when she was very drunk. I told her I wouldn't let her leave drunk and that I would sleep on the couch if needed, etc. We lived together for over a year at this point. She got in the car, parked in our garage, and I stood right behind it, pleading with her not to drive. So she wanted to drive drunk. What the fuck? She threw it in reverse and would have run me over if I didn't jump onto the trunk and then roll out of the way. That was that. Don't need that in my life. Facts. Facts. Why did she want to drunk drive? That's insane. And then my man over here is trying to be the good guy and be like, yo, wait, you are not about to drunk drive, bro. Where is she trying to go? She's trying to go to McDonald's? You know what I mean? Like, she got an itching for some chicken McNugs. And she's just like, oh, I need my chicken. I need my nuggets. Oh, God. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? That's insane. Yeah, bro. Yeah, do not need that. All right. What did your partner do that made you leave instantly? I got a job working at an oil plant that was fly in, fly out, so I stayed in camp and would be gone for a week at a time. There was terrible cell service at the plant and outside of the control room, so I couldn't text him back for most of the day. Because I worked in the field, every time I got back to camp at the end of the day and my phone connected to the tower, it would light up with like 100 texts and missed calls from him. And this was just my first week at this job. So she just started this job and my man was clingy as shit. God damn. When I flew home, when I flew home, he picked me up at the airport. He spent the entire drive accusing me of cheating and how I probably fucked every guy in the camp. He said he watched everyone get off the plane and that I was the only woman on the plane, so I probably got gangbanged there too. I just quietly listened to him, and when he dropped me off at my house, I didn't even say goodbye. I just went inside, locked the doors, and blocked his number. Facts. Bruh. Come on, guys. Clingy ain't cute, bro. I don't understand why dudes think that being clingy is a good idea. Bro, I've always said it on the show. If you have to micromanage your partner in a relationship, why are you in that relationship? Like, for me, I look at it like, look, bro, I have certain things where I'm like, that is a boundary for me, and if you want to break that boundary, that's cool. You can go do that, but we're no longer together. And that's that. You know, but if it's something where, you know, it's work related, she's got to go to work, whatever. It's something that, you know, I feel comfortable with, that's fine. But it's like, if she decides to go and cheat, hey, that's cool, man. We're just done. I'm walking away from the relationship. It is what it is. Like, I think some people just put way too much like into that. I get it, being in love with a person. I get, you know, having these feelings and all this stuff and being hurt because they cheat on you, this and that. I get that. But again, if you got to sit there and micromanage your relationship and stuff like that, bro, it is not a relationship to be in, man. I look at it like, bro, if they're going to cheat, they're just going to cheat. Regardless of how many times you text them, call them, lecture them, talk to them. It don't matter, man. It don't fucking matter. If you got to sit there and micromanage your partner, bro, that's just not a relationship. That is crazy, son. That is crazy. Yeah, she definitely did the right thing on that. Because that shit ain't cute, bro. My name was clingy as hell. All right, what did your partner do that made you leave instantly? My grandfather offered to buy her lunch while we were out with my family at a local Scottish games, and she flipped out on him. He was stunned, said never mind, and walked away. The fuck she flip out for? Like, hey, I want to buy you some food. Like, what the fuck? I I was baffled that anyone would treat my grandfather in such a way. When we were in the car on the way home, she started calling him a pedophile and saying he was hitting on her. She was 21 at the time. My grandfather just wanted to get to know her. I broke up with her on the way home and told her that my family was more important to me than she was. The next day, I called my grandfather to apologize, and all he said was, you're grown up and can make your own decisions, but I don't think she's right for you. I agree, Grandpa. I totally agree. Like, nigga, I'm the same way. I'm the type of dude where it's like, my mom doesn't like you, I don't like you. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, my mom is probably like the most important person to me in my entire life. And I look at it like, my mom loves everybody. She does. She loves everybody. My mom's got a heart for everybody. And if my mom don't like you, I am not going to date you, because I know that my mom sees something in you that I don't see, and I am not trying to deal with that. Hell to the nah. To the nah, nah, nah. A lot of motherfuckers be doing that shit where, you know, their parents will be telling them something and they don't really listen to it. They're like, oh no, you're just being this, oh, you're just being that. Nah, and then later down the road, homeboy beating on you, you know, or homegirl is cheating on you with your best friend and doing all this great, like, bruh, nah. If my mom can like catch something and see something that I don't see, yeah, most definitely. God damn it. That is definitely going to be something where I'm like, all right, no, I'm good. I'm Gucci on that. So, yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Oh, shit. What did your partner do that made you leave instantly? Hooked up with my dad is wild. That is wild.
What did he say?
Hooked up with my dad. Bruh. That's insane. She must have gotten so mad at you to the point where she was just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to get banged out by your dad. That's crazy. What did your partner do that made you leave instantly? Got upset that he and his kids weren't in my will. I was a single mother and we'd been dating for 3 months. Nigga. 3 months? 3 months? Bro. He was over here like, oh, what? Why are we not in your will? Well, that's fucked up. Bro, I don't know you. What the fuck are you talking about? You want to be in my will? That's crazy. I guarantee you this was a younger guy. I guarantee you she was probably maybe in her 40s. He might have been like late 20s, early 30s. And that nigga was like, yeah, I got me an established woman. Now I got me an established woman. Oh yeah, I'm about to get me some money off this girl. Like, nah, bro, that's crazy. That is insane. 3 months is insane. All right, what did your partner do that made you leave instantly? I found out that he was masturbating to stories about hurt children.
Bruh. What?
I didn't know that I could just stop caring about someone so instantly. What is hurt children? So my man is in there beating his meat to hurt children. What? He's just like, yeah, oh yeah, you fucking little kid, you got a broken arm. Oh yeah. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't understand that. How? What in the hell would possess you to be like turned on by hurt children? What the fuck? That makes no sense, man. All right. Hey. Woo! I'm telling you, some crazy shit. What did your partner do that made you leave instantly? Told me he was only with me for my looks. He wanted me to chase him. I ghosted him instead. He harassed me for 2 years after that. I mean, come on, dude. For real? You know what I mean? Like, that tells me you got with this dude because I guarantee you he had no substance. I guarantee you wasn't interesting. I guarantee you looked at him and you were like, wow, that man is tall and beautiful. And that is all you fucking saw. I guarantee you, all you saw in that dude was he was tall and good looking. He had no fucking substance to him. And then when you realized, oh shit, the nigga ain't got no substance to him, you were like, oh shit. Then all the cracks started to show. You're like, oh yeah, nigga was just dating you for nothing for nothing as well. Like, goddamn. Like, so many people get in these kind of relationships and they sit there and try to like blame each other, but it's like, bro, you guys literally just got into this no substance relationship based off of just how you guys look. Like, let's be straight here. I guarantee you, this dude was boring as a box of nails. And she was just like, but he's tall, but he's good looking. I guarantee you. He probably had a good job too, a good car, a nice car or whatever. I guarantee you, she was just attracted to the surface level. But homeboy had the intellect of a box of fucking nails. Guarantee it. That shit is crazy. All right. Shit. No, it went back to the top. Hold on. Okay, here we go. All right. What did your partner do that made you leave instantly? Almost cost me my job by showing up there, jealous of my boss, causing a scene, mortifying, and the last straw. Bruh. He showed up to your work. That's insane. I remember when I worked in retail and there was this girl that worked in the floral section. And this girl had like a legitimate stalker. Like, homeboy was legitimate. And it was one of those things where like I knew her, her and I were real tight. And then like I started dating her friend. And so, I would hang out with her a lot at work just because she was my girlfriend's friend. And so I remember homeboy had came down to the store, right? And homegirl had just left and he was like, he had came up to me and he was like, oh, is so-and-so there? And blah, blah. And I was just like, nah, she just left. And I didn't know that he was like a stalker dude or whatever until he was just like, I see you always talking to her. Don't stop talking to her. That's my girl. And I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, what's wrong with you? Yeah. And then I thought he was just a weirdo. I was like, whatever, dude. And so then her and I are like hanging out. And because, I think we were on lunch or break or we were on something and we were just talking, chit chatting. And then homeboy shows up and he just starts making a scene. And he's just like, didn't I fucking tell you to stay away from my girl? Oh. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so then she goes, I'm like, go inside. Because I don't know what this dude is going to do. I don't know if he's going to like try to grab her or some shit. And so as she's going inside, homeboy starts running. He starts running at her. And I'm like, oh shit. And so like I grab dude. And then, like, he's, like, tussling and he's trying to fight me. But I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to keep her from going inside the store. And then our manager comes out with, like, a security guard and shit. And they're like, bro, you need to, like, homeboy got banned from the store. Like, how do you get banned from a grocery store? That shit's insane. Like, imagine being like, oh, yeah, I can't go to that grocery store. I got banned from it. Like, bro, just because you were upset with like a dude just pretty much talking to this girl that you're obsessed with that doesn't want anything to do with you, mind you. Like, bruh, it's those dudes that just don't get the hint, man. Oh my God, it's those dudes that just don't get the fucking hint. That's insane. But the dudes that be like coming to girls' work and be making a scene and all that stuff, again, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? That's crazy to me. All right. Okay, cool. We'll do like two more. All right. What did your partner do that made you leave instantly? Our marriage counselor told me that he had stopped engaging in therapy and is refusing to do anything that isn't for himself. She suggested I take a break from him and think about what I truly want out of our marriage and if what he's offering is it because that's all he said I would get. I came home, told him I wanted to take a break for a couple of days and I was staying at a friend's. He called me a selfish cunt and threw out sand unity glass. What? Threw out sand unity glass at me, okay, from across the room, blocked the door as I tried to get out of the room, grabbed me by the arms and threw me on the bed. Damn, this nigga is going insane. He said he was leaving for a minute and I better be gone by the time he got back. So wait. What the fuck? So he threw shit at you, grabbed you, threw you on the bed, blocked the door, and then was just like, I'm leaving. You better be gone by the time I come back. Nigga, you could have just let her leave. What do you mean? I'm like, how does that make sense? Why would homeboy throw something at you, then grab you, throw you on the bed, and then be like, I'm gonna leave. You better not be here when I get back. Bitch, I was trying to leave. Fuck you talking about? Okay, alright. I packed what I could and never looked back. He texted me about 15 minutes later saying, the first time I've ever listened to him and maybe we could make this marriage work after all if I came back. Bruh. Bro, come on, man. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? Oh my god. I have never deleted that text to remind me anytime after that I felt I still needed him. Complete narcissist. Oh my goodness, bro. I wouldn't say he's a narcissist, but I just simply think that he is he's just an abusive manipulator. That's what he really is. I don't think he's a narcissist. But he is an abusive manipulator. That is exactly what he is. That's insane, bro. How you gonna sit there and be like, how you gonna throw something and then throw your girl on the bed and then be like, oh, leave? Like, nigga, I was trying to leave and you're over here barricading the door and then telling me to leave when I was trying to leave. Like, none of that made sense. And then you want to sit here and text me, oh, well, you finally listened to me. So since you did that, I think we can make it work, bro. What, you think she's going to be like, oh, you know what? We totally can make this work. This is going to work. Oh, this is going to be great. No, bro. No. like she gone, man. She gone at that point. Like, she was probably gone and decided the moment you threw shit and grabbed her up and threw her on the bed and all that crap. Like, the moment you did all that bullshit, she was like, yeah, I'm gone. I'm fucking gone. Like, oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, man. Y'all motherfuckers are crazy. This will be the last one we'll do for today's thread. What did your partner do that made you leave instantly? Directly discovered she was cheating on me, so I took some pics, sent them to her, then threw out her stuff and blocked her number, and also didn't answer the door when she came to my place. I completely ghosted her after that, despite the fact that we had dated for more than a year. Hey, look, man, I don't care how long you've been with somebody. I don't care if it's been 15, 20 years. It's one of those things where it's like, the moment somebody does something that you're like, bro, this is it, you gotta go, man. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta go. I look at it like, as long as you don't really have kids, I understand how kids can complicate things and how there are certain situations that could complicate things. I really do understand that. But look, man, if there aren't these complications of, say, kids or finances or, you know, things that are tied together, as long as you don't have these things in place or holding you back, then again, like I said with the micromanaging thing, like, I'm not about to sit here and micromanage my relationship. If you're going to cheat, you're going to fucking cheat. You're going to do it regardless of how many times I say don't, or how many times I try to prevent it, or how many times I try to, you know, intervene and be like, oh, I don't think you should do this. Oh, I don't feel comfortable you doing that, blah, blah, blah. Like, no matter how many times, they're going to find a way to cheat regardless. And that's why I look at it like, cool. If I find out about it, which I'm most likely going to, it's like, cool, we're done. And that's it. There's no conversation. There's none of this communication bullshit and all this. Nah, bro, we're done. We're fucking done. Excommunicated, it's over. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Man. Yeah, hey.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah, she do, man. Goddamn. All right, but that's gonna go ahead and be that thread. Hope you guys enjoyed that thread. That was a fucking interesting thread. Woo, man! I knew that was gonna be a good thread. And it's funny because I was gonna do a different thread, and then I was like, you know what? We gonna change this one up. We gonna change it up. I've been wanting to do that thread for a minute. So yeah, that was a good thread. That was a juicy fucking thread. I ain't gonna lie. That was a juicy thread. Hope you guys enjoyed the thread. We'll hop through announcements and then we'll get right into our scenarios for today. So, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast if you want to get an exclusive episode every single Friday. Every single Friday, baby. I haven't missed a Friday. Well, actually, I missed one Friday because I was like deathly sick. But other than that, I have not missed a Friday. I have not missed a Friday. And I love when I get to do, when it's June time and I get to do 2 free ones with you guys. I love doing the free ones just because I can bring you guys the craziness that we be going over on Patreon. I don't know why my brain is fogging up right now. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I need to sleep or something. I have no idea. But yeah. So, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast, man. $3 a month, get you that exclusive episode every single Friday. Episodes like this, man. Crazy ass episodes like this. So, definitely get in there. Check it out. I think it's a bang for your buck. Over 100 hours of content for $3 a month. That's crazy. That's crazy. I like back when I started the show back in 2023, it wasn't that much of a value, you know, because I didn't really have like that much going on. And I didn't really have like that much content on there. But now that we have over almost 2 years worth of content over there, it's definitely worth it. I mean, definitely worth it. So definitely get on over there, man. Check it out. Audio listeners, I know you're listening. I know you're like going to work listening or something, or maybe you're cleaning your house and you're listening. I don't know, but do me a favor and go ahead and rate us 5 stars as well as downloading the podcast. It helps out a lot, and I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you. There was one day, man, we had over like 300 downloads in one day. I was like, whoa, holy shit. You know, it was insane. I was like, wow, okay. Usually we average around maybe like 60 to 80 a day. But that day was just, I guess, an anomaly day. I was like, holy shit, that was a crazy day. Yeah, man. So definitely keep, showing the support, man. I appreciate it so much. And it's all free, man. If you want to help out even more on the free 99 side of things, follow us on Instagram as well as TikTok for the short form content. And follow us on, or subscribe on YouTube, man. Subscribing on YouTube does help out a lot. Definitely get over there. Support us, all that good stuff. Following on TikTok is good because I do live stream on TikTok. Usually I try to live stream on Fridays, Friday, Sunday, and Monday. Those are like my streaming days. I try to stream on those days. If I don't, then I don't. It is what it is. But yeah, man. But yeah, I do like to live stream on TikTok. If TikTok's not your cup of tea, don't worry, I got you. I do stream on YouTube, stream on Twitch as well as Kick. We be having some fun times over there, man. I ain't gonna cap. We be having some fun times on stream. I think the last stream we did, we played a game called the Stanley Parable. And, shout out to my girl Bananas. Love you, girl. And she recommended the game. That game was hilarious. That game was fucking hilarious. If you haven't seen the game, definitely go onto the YouTube. Click on the live section on the channel. And it should be the last live stream we did. That was a funny ass game. That was funny. I was laughing my ass off that whole time. We were rolling in there, man. Definitely check that out. But yeah, man. Hey, we be doing our thing. We be doing our thing on the live streams. I love when you guys come out. We have a good time. You know what I mean? Some people pop in for a little bit and pop out. But hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support you guys have been showing. So without further ado, let's get on into our scenarios for today. I don't want to drag on too long, All right. We got our first one today. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend I won't wait around while she finds herself? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah, because majority of the time, not all the time, because I already know you people can get in my comments talking about, oh, no, but majority of the time when a girl is like, I'm going to find myself, yeah, that just means she's trying to just exercise other options while she's got them. It's one of those like, I want to see what's out there, or maybe she got something a little lined up and she wants to see if that works out. And if it doesn't, then she wants to reserve the right to kind of come back to you. That shit kind of sucks. Definitely kind of sucks. There's a movie about this, and I believe it's called How to Be Single. I believe that's the movie. And the movie is pretty much like, it's this dude and this girl, they're dating, and the girl is just like, I want to like explore and, go out into the world and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And she wants to find herself. So she breaks up with her boyfriend and she goes to New York and, she's trying the hookup culture and she just realizes it's not for her. And then she tries to go back to her ex, and her ex is like, bro, I already got a new girlfriend. Like, I don't know what you thought this was, but I was not about to sit here and just fucking wait for you while you go get banged out by a bunch of dudes and then try to come back to me. Like, nah. And she didn't go bang out a bunch of dudes because she just couldn't. She was just like, why am I doing this? This is stupid. And then she tried to go back, but it's like, bro, I'm not about to sit here and hope that you don't bang a bunch of dudes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm going to move on with my fucking life. What are we talking about here? So, yeah, man, I don't, if I'm being straight with you, just reading the title, I don't think he's the asshole because, bro, most of the time when they say they want to find themselves, that's mainly what they're doing. And that sucks. Because they want to be free and, they want to explore their sexuality and, travel and do this. And they want to have no consequences if shit happens and stuff like that. And it's just like, bro, all right, man. But we'll read into the scenario. We'll see what's up. I, 29 male, have been with my girlfriend, 27 female, for almost 2 years. Lately, she's been saying she's confused about life, doesn't know what she wants, and needs time to figure herself out. Like, bitch, you're 27. What do you mean? I don't understand. You've had damn near 10 years to figure out yourself. From 18 to 27? Yeah. Come on now. Like, what are we talking about here? You've had damn near 10 years to figure out what you want to do with your life and where your life is going. I get you're only 27, but at least you would have a path, or you would have an idea of what you want to do by your late 20s. Like, come on, man. This is like 23, 24-year-old talk, Like, that's insane. She says she still loves me, but she's unsure about the relationship, her job, where she wants to live, basically everything. Yeah, facts. I told you. The fact that she's unsure about the relationship, that already should tell you she's not in this. She's not in this. The fact that she's unsure about it, like, that already tells you she does not love you as much as she's saying she does. Because if you love somebody, you're not unsure about it. You're not unsure if you like a certain food. You're not unsure if you like doing a certain thing. No, you're sure about it. If you're unsure about something, then that means you're not really, like, you're okay about it. You're like, it is what it is. Like, how she truly feels about you is she's like, if I was with you, cool. If not, it wouldn't matter to me. Like, that tells me, bro, if we broke up, you wouldn't be devastated. You'd just be chilling. You'd be like, well, it is what it is. Oh, well. Hey, bro, that's crazy. She suggests we take a step back, but not break up. Just give her space while she sorts things out. I told her I'm not okay with being in limbo. I said I care about her, but I'm not going to sit in the sidelines indefinitely while she decides if I'm part of her future or not. I told her if she needs space, fine, but I'm out. She called me selfish and said I'm abandoning her in a vulnerable moment. But to me, it feels like I'm being kept as backup while she figures out her next move. Facts. Because again, man, I'm not, as a guy, yeah, she's going to throw that whole, oh, you're being selfish and oh, you're being this and that. Okay, cool. But I have standards. And if you don't want to abide by my standards within this relationship, like I am abiding to yours, then that's cool, bro. You go be single, but I'm not about to sit on the sidelines and wait for you to see if you want to be with me or Chad Thundercock over there. I'm not about to deal with that. No, because again, I guarantee you it's a thing where she probably looks at her single friends going to the club, popping bottles and taking shots and sleeping with random dudes and hearing their sexapade stories. And she's thinking like, oh man, that sounds like so much fun. But I'm in a relationship, because obviously she knows my boyfriend wouldn't be cool with that. My boyfriend wouldn't be cool with me getting drunk and going to the club and, being around other drunk dudes and stuff like that. Hell nah, he wouldn't be okay with that. She knows that. And I think that's why she's pulling this whole, oh, can we take a step back kind of thing. That's why she's doing that bullshit. Because she knows. And I guarantee, and that's what she wants. She wants you to kind of just be off to the side, like, hey, we're together, but we're not really together, So if I end up fucking another dude or I end up doing some dumb shit, I could be like, oh, but we weren't together. We were taking a break. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, that's what she wants. She wants plausible deniability for the dumb shit she's about to go do. And it's like, bro, don't fall for that shit. Don't fall for that. Nah. Don't fall for that at all. Because I guarantee you, her friends are in her ear talking all this shit like, oh my God, girl, we went out and did this and we did that. We were having fun. I slept with this dude and blah, blah, blah. His dick was like as long as my arm. It was amazing. She's hearing all this shit and she's just like, damn, that sounds pretty good. Man, that sounds like a lot of fun. I want to do that, but I can't, man, because my boyfriend wouldn't be cool with that. So, no, I don't think you're the asshole at all. That's some bullshit. But let me know what you think about it in the comments. Because I'm sure y'all going to be, I already know. It's cool. It is what it is. All right, on to our next one. Do I warn my female colleagues about an office creep, or is it not my place? I've got a bit of a workplace dilemma, and I'm genuinely looking for some perspective. At work, I'm male, 26, close with a couple of coworkers, both women, who are regularly doted on by an older male colleague. On the surface, it might look like harmless attention. He brings them snacks, makes them coffee, and flirts in what could be seen as an old school charming way. But there's a side to this that really bothers me. When one of these women first joined the team, this same older colleague privately showed me a revealing photo of an OnlyFans model on his phone and said, "Doesn't she look like her?" It was creepy and wildly inappropriate. The man is in his late 50s, phone full of half-naked models. I was so stunned I didn't say anything at the time, but it stuck with me. Over the years, I've gotten close to these women. We are part of a larger group and have developed a genuine friendship. But seeing them interact with him daily, it's hard to stay quiet. They seem to accept his gestures as sweet and harmless, but I'm seeing something darker under the surface. He hasn't done anything that's wildly out of line, but I'm still torn between telling them how I feel about his gestures and not wanting to come off as dramatic or judgmental. I've hinted at it, but they seem to be okay with his courting practices. Brush it off as nothing serious. I'm leaving this workplace by the end of the week, and I don't know if this is a conversation worth having or if I should just let it be. I fully trust them to make the right judgment if he ever makes an appropriate move, but not sharing what I know also feels wrong. Thoughts? All right, if I'm being honest with you, for one, I'm the type of person that I'm not going to give you a preconceived notion of anybody. Like, for instance, at my job, we got a few new people. And for me, there are some people who are, let's say, I don't want to say weird, but they have some quirks to them. You know, there's some people who don't show up all the time. There are some people who kind of call off all the time. There are some people who are really lazy and don't really like to do work all the time. They be hiding out and shit and this and that. I know these things, but my thing is I'm not going to put a preconceived notion of these people in their head. I'm not going to do it. I look at it like you're a grown adult. And you can talk to these people and you'll probably come to the same conclusions. And if you don't, hey, you don't. It is what it is. I'm not about to sit here and put anybody's business out there because frankly, it ain't my place to be doing that. You know, and then on top of that, that's just talking mess about other people and you don't really need to be doing all that. Again, a lot of times they're going to come to the same conclusions as you do and simply just let them have their own, thoughts of them. If the girls are like, hey, nothing's wrong with it. Okay, cool. Nothing's wrong with it. You know what I mean? Because again, they're grown adults, man. Let them do what they're going to do. They're going to make their own decisions at the end of the day. And so, I think you having that conversation is only just gonna throw needles in that haystack that you don't need to be doing. And I mean, it's gonna be conversations and shit's just gonna be weird, and there's no reason for it. Absolutely no reason for it. And then on top of that, you're leaving. You're not gonna be there, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It really doesn't matter. Who cares? Just leave and let it be what it's going to be. And then say you guys meet up and you're like, oh, do you still talk to Greg? And they're like, oh, well, Greg is a little weird. He showed me some OnlyFans girl that he thought looked like Carol. And I thought that was just a little weird. And, I kind of peeped at his phone a little bit and he's got a lot of naked girls on there. That's what made me uncomfortable. This is that. And I would play dumb and just be like, what? No way. That's crazy. Dang. You know what I mean? Because you don't need to be, again, putting preconceived notions of people into other people's heads. I get there are people at work who, work is kind of their, social time. And so they just gossip like crazy. But I think that is so dumb. I think that is just stupid. People who just like to talk about other people just for the sake of talking about other people, or just for the fact that they know something that this person probably doesn't know. And it's just for what, dude? For what? Why are you talking about other people? You know what I mean? It's it's just stupid. It's just stupid. And then on top of that, it's say you say something about somebody and then they go talk to that person. They're like, what? I don't see that in them. And then they just look at you and they're like, bro, you just talk shit. I don't think I want to talk to you because then you'll probably talk shit about me to somebody else. You know what I mean? And then that makes you look like the fucking weirdo and the bad guy. So no, bro, don't be that guy. Nah, don't be that guy at all. It's one of those things where, you let them, they're adults. You let them, if they don't see anything wrong with it, they don't see anything wrong with it. If out of nowhere they do find out that homeboy is got OnlyFans models and naked chicks on his phone or whatever, then you can be like, oh shit, what? That's crazy. I never took him for being that kind of guy, but I guess so. Just play dumb. Just play dumb. Who cares, man? And then, when you're by yourself and you're just like, damn, I knew it. I knew that nigga was weird. You know what I mean? Because again, you don't need to be putting yourself in between people. Yeah. And it's just never worth it. It's never worth it. But let me know what you think about it in the comments though. All right, on to our next one. Am I the asshole breaking up with my boyfriend for tricking me into dirty talk? What? So you're going to break up with him because he somehow tricked you into dirty talking while you guys have sex. If that ain't the dumbest reason to break up with somebody, I don't know what is. What the fuck? All right, let's read into it. Let's see what's up. So my boyfriend kept asking me to tell him stories about guys I slept with before him. He works out of town a lot, so half the time we're long distance. I never understood how that would turn him on. He's not kinky at all. I'm super kinky, but I've toned it way down for this relationship. Now I get that some guys are into that kind of thing, but he never gave that vibe. Still, he wouldn't drop it, swore up and down he'd never use it against me. Spoiler alert, that didn't last long. Eventually, I gave in and told him one of the wildest stories I had, something worth telling. It was edgy, dangerous, and he was locked in the whole time. Ate up every single detail. There was no tomorrow. Then, classic PNC. Next couple of days, he's calling me a slut and a whore, a hoe, all that bad shit. And throwing shit in my face like I did something wrong. I finally snapped, told him to save the fake apologies, called him the unhinged vanilla he is, and kicked him out. Technically, he's offshore working, but yeah, I tossed all this crap. Same difference. So am I the asshole. Man, now that you read it, you know, maybe I'm the asshole. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, yeah, kind of, because I assumed a little bit. But I like to give thoughts on just the title and then, you know. Yeah, okay. I think you really wrote the title wrong, but that's fine. That's neither here nor there. But I think the fact that he kind of threw it back at you, I think was the fucked up part about it. It's like, why would you throw it back at her in such a derogatory way when you're the one that asked for it? You know, like, you asked me for it. You wanted to hear my story and you said that you were cool about it. When I was telling it, you seemed all excited to hear about it. Now, was it a thing where he was excited to be like, oh yeah, I got some ammunition on this bitch? Maybe. I don't know. But I do think it's mad weird, the fact that he wanted you to say that so bad and then throw it back at you. Personally, I do think, yeah, you probably should break up with dude, just because of the fact that he's shown you that now anytime that you talk about something or a certain something, he's just going to throw it back in your face every single time. And I think that's super fucked up. The fact that he's just going to throw it back in your face and he's going to use it against you to call you names and this and that. Oh, see, this is why you're this and that, and this is why blah, 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 blah. And that's extremely fucked up. You know, like, what the fuck, man? So, yeah, that's a toxic relationship in the making. And it's actually good that you did leave. So, no, I don't think you're the asshole at all. I think it was very warranted. I'm sure you guys probably agree. But let me know what you think about it in the comments. All right. On to our next one. My coworker reports people to HR for bad vibes and somehow keeps getting taken seriously. Oh, Lord. Bad vibes? What the fuck? All right. So I work at a mid-sized marketing firm where drama is more common than deadlines, but this one coworker, let's call her Crystal, of course, probably a little white Karen bitch, has taken it to an Olympic level. Crystal has reported no less than 5 people to HR this year alone for what she calls bad vibes. No harassment, not inappropriate behavior, just vibes. Like, he looked at me weird during the meeting, or her energy was aggressive today. The wild part, HR actually investigates every time. They call the accused in for these awkward just checking in convos where you're basically on trial for your aura. One poor guy had to explain his resting thinking face because she said it was giving hostile masculine energy. What the fuck is that? Hostile masculine energy is probably the stupidest fucking shit I've ever heard. I mean, all of it is dumb. And you know what sucks is that because of like HR things, you know, the sexual harassment stuff and things like that, because of these things, HR is like forced to look into just anything. Like, they have to investigate it, which I think is extremely dumb. The fact that companies, their HR has to, by law, look into anything that could be considered harassment. And the thing is like, harassment is not even just like touching them or talking to them. It could be anything. Oh, that person looked at me funny. Oh, that person walked by me and our shoulders touched and they did it on purpose. Like, what the fuck? That is insane. Like, bruh, what in the hell? No. And my biggest thing is, if I was HR, I would be like, look, bruh, get out of here with this. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, bro, get the fuck out of here with that shit. We're not looking into this. Are you stupid? I would tell her to her face, like, you're the dumbest bitch ever. Shut up. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? But because they have to look into everything, like, golly, this progressivism is just trash. Oh my God. People are starting to joke that she's the vibe police, but no one says it too loud because, well, you might end up in HR therapy. I'm honestly torn. On one hand, emotional intelligence matters and toxic work culture is real. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay. On the other hand, we are really policing vibes now. Where do we draw the line between psychological safety and being just sensitive? I mean, anybody who uses emotional intelligence is someone who's sensitive. God, look, man, if I'm being straight with you, I can't stand all of these virtue signaling and sensitive, like, words and phrases and all this BS. I think this stuff is retarded, if I'm being honest with you. I really do. I think it's stupid. The fact that people sit there and they're just like, oh, you know, because I understand if there are workplaces that people feel are, I guess you could say toxic, I guess. But again, I mean, it's like, dude, we're adults at the end of the fucking day. You can have a conversation with the person. You know what I mean? Like, it does not take you to be sitting there and bringing HR into this, talking about using all these fucking buzzwords of like, oh, that was like toxic work environment and this person doesn't have emotional intelligence and the vibes are off, man. Like, bro, be a fucking adult and have a conversation with the person that you're having a problem with. Stop being a bitch and fucking talk to the person and say, hey, you did this and I don't like the fact that you did that. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, when I have a problem with somebody at work, I talk to them about it. I go up to them and I'm like, bro, what's your problem? Because you seem to have a problem with me. So what the fuck is going on? What is your problem? But for some reason, people don't do that anymore. People like to be little bitches and they like to whine and cry to other people and sit there and say nothing and talk shit behind your back. I think that, and then sit there and be like, oh, this person is not emotionally intelligent enough. Oh, this person has toxic vibes. Like, oh my God. Like, that shit is ridiculous. And then you want to sit there and be like, oh, well, when do we have the line of sensitive and not? Like, bro, just you using that terminology means you're sensitive. It's like, what the fuck? Maybe I'm the weird one. I don't know. I just think it's retarded. If you got a problem with somebody, just like talk to them. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? That's just insane. Like, my biggest thing, look, dude, they say, anyone else seen something like this? Is this just the future of the workplace culture, or is HR just spineless? Look, for one, HR has to look into everything. It just is what it is. It's a bylaw thing. They have anything that is considered, more buzzwords, microaggressions, and, a toxic work environment and all this other bull crap. They have to look into it. They have to at least investigate it to a minimum. And the minimum is just bringing you in, talking to you. That's like the minimum. Because a lot of times, bro, they're not going to sit there and watch cameras. They're not going to sit there and try to find footage. And they're not going to try and do all that bullshit. Especially if you're sitting there like, oh, so-and-so looked at me wrong. Like, bro, okay, cool. They're gonna bring you in. And a lot of times they'll bring both people in because you guys are too pussy to fucking talk to each other and be like, hey, you have a problem with me. What the fuck's going on? Or, like you guys have to have HR come in and do this shit for you. So they'll bring you both in and they'll have you guys talk and be like, why did you give fucking Carol over here a bad look? What's going on with that? And then they're just like, well, that's just my fucking face. Well, I don't know. What do you expect me to do? That's just my face. There's been so many times where this bullshit has happened even at my job. And I'm like, bro, what? I mean, if you don't get your pussy ass over there and fucking talk to the dude and be like, yo, man, you got a problem? Let's talk this shit out. Like, we are grown ass people, man. Talk it out. And that's why, I'm like, bro, you guys are terrible, man. Like, this is just insane. They rather throw these little buzzwords and terms around instead of just, if you got a problem with somebody, just talk to them. But see, I think with this chick, though, she just enjoys, like, the power of, like, ooh, I can get you in trouble. And it's like, bro, nobody's getting in trouble over this. It's, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's getting in trouble over this. And if anything, I would be saying that shit out loud. I'd be like, oh, shit, here comes the vibe police. Like, what the fuck bitch gonna do? What is she gonna do? Because it's true. Am I lying? No. You're sitting around telling everybody and their moms that HR is that. Like at work, I'll be unhinged. I won't lie to you. At my job, bro, I'm unhinged. I say whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want, to who I want. Because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm not lying. I ain't calling you out on your name. And that's the one thing. Because they'd be like, so-and-so. I'm like, man, I don't give a shit. Yeah, they can hear me. That's why I'm speaking loud. So they can fucking hear me. But am I lying? No. Because a lot of times, man, when I be talking shit, it's one of those, hey, but it's true, though. But it's true. I'm just saying. I think that's all. But I think that's what it is. She just looks at it like, oh, yeah, I can get you in trouble. And I'm just like, bitch, shut up. And that's why what you guys need to do is just be calling her out. Call her out. Call her out on her dumb shit. Like that, and that's what it is. You guys are just giving in to this little faux power she has. I guarantee you guys start calling her out on her bullshit, and I guarantee she's going to start feeling powerless. She's going to be going to HR with all this and that, and you'd be like, but it's true. It's true. That's what you're doing. Like, what do you mean? And HR is most likely going to be on your side because they're going to be like, fuck, this is like the 8th time this month. Crystal, what the fuck? Like, I think the other person is telling the truth. That you are the vibe police. Shit. I guarantee you HR thinks the same thing. I guarantee you they're like, man, this bitch is annoying. And I guarantee you start calling her out on her dumb shit 100%. HR is going to be on your side. She can go to HR all she wants. The fuck are we talking about? And then if she wants to go to a supervisor or anything like that, you just be like, bro, this bitch has gone to HR 8 times this month now. Like, on the dumbest shit. Like, I'm tired of this crap. Like, if anything, she's the toxic work environment. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you guys need to call her out on her bullshit. That's what it is. You guys are letting her have this little faux power, and you guys you even admitted, oh, we don't say it too loud because we don't want her to hear. No! Say that shit loud. Here's the vibe police. And vibe police came to work today. Like, bro, call her out on her bullshit. Like, some people just need to be fucking called out on their bullshit, if I'm being honest with you. Like, not enough people be calling people out on their bullshit. They like to just sit there and keep hush-hush and, talk behind each other's back and all that. No, bro. If you got a problem with somebody, say it to their face. That's insane. Oh, you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, though. And I just think it's stupid. That should be pissing me off. I'm like, you guys need to we're grown-ass adults. If we can't have a conversation, then we're no better than high school kids at this point. But a lot of people be treating work like fucking high school. So, I don't know. All right, this is going to be our last one for today. This one is permanently friend-zoned coworker wants to start going to my gym. Damn. I guarantee you this is one of those where, he doesn't know that he's friend-zoned. And I think he doesn't know that he's friend zoned because you're probably being too nice. and you're not just putting your foot down and telling them what it is. A lot of you girls be doing this shit. You guys play nice. Oh, no. Look, I'm not. No, I'm good. I'm okay. Oh, it's fine. And then dude gets it in his head. Oh, well, I just got to keep trying harder. Oh, maybe today was just a bad day for her. Oh, I'll try better. I'll try more tomorrow. When you need to be like, look, dude, I only see you as a friend and nothing more. And that's all this is ever going to be. And you need to be cool with that. And if you're not, then I can't talk to you anymore. Like, you guys need to lay it down for dudes because they will not get the little hints and all that kind of, no, that makes them want to try harder. Trust me, I was one of those dudes back in the day. Hated it about myself, but I was one of those guys. I will sadly admit that on my birthday episode here. I will admit it that yes, I was one of those dudes. And thank God I got out of it. And that's why I know what you're doing, and I know that's what the guy is actually thinking, because I used to think that stupid way. All right, for context, I've been working with this guy for almost 3 years. He made it clear he likes me, but I have friend zoned him so many times and told him he's not my type, and he still tries to get out of it. See, you can't just say you're not my type, because then what he's going to try to do, he's going to try to become your type. I know. Now that was me. I hate this about myself, but I'm transparent with you guys. He's made comments here and there about how he'd treat me right if we ever dated and how cute a couple we'd be. Every time he made comments like that, I'd either ignore it or change the subject. He's been looking for a new gym because he said the Rockwall gym he goes to is boring, and like an idiot, I slipped out and said what gym I go to. Now, he's wanting to go to my gym and swears our schedules are opposite and I'd never see him, but I know better. He'd figure out my gym schedule, cock block me every chance he got by walking up to my gym crush and telling him how I felt about him, and he'd make the I was being a wingman for you excuse, and he'd be 1000% do that just to get under my skin, just because he knows I'll never like him back. I've seen him do it to other women coworkers at work. Do I straight up tell him I don't want him going to my gym, or do I try to persuade him to go to any other gym but mine? The gym is my safe place, and I do not want to see coworkers, let alone him, there. If I have to be a bitch, I will. You need to be a bitch. I'm sorry to say it, but you need to be a bitch, bro, because you've and I knew this is what you were doing. You're over here playing nice, and you're changing the subject. You're ignoring it. What you need to do is you need to be like, look, bro, I do not like you like that. I only see you as a coworker. I don't even see you as a friend. I see you just as a coworker. All right? Now, if you can't be cool with that, then maybe we shouldn't talk anymore. All right? Maybe we shouldn't talk anymore, because for some reason you're not getting this. And if you're not getting this, then we shouldn't talk anymore. And you need to be 1000 with this dude and stop pussyfooting around and trying to play nice and all this. No, man, because guys don't fucking get it until you're straight up with them. It's just the way it is. You can't sit here, ladies, you can't sit here and be nice to a dude and expect him to just get it. Like, she doesn't like me. Well, all right, I'll just move on. Now, are there guys that will? 100%. But trust me, majority of guys, they sit there and they have this one track mind of like, once they find a girl that they like, that's the only girl in the world for them. And it's like, bro, you really need to get out of that. Like, if a girl doesn't like you, cool. Stop talking to her and move on. Because if I'm being honest with you, that's what she wants anyway. Look, man, if you as a guy are interested in a girl and you like her and she doesn't like you back, you stopping conversation with her and just moving on, low key is what she wants. All right. let's be real, bro. 9 times out of 10, that's what they want. Sure, about a month or two later, they might hit you up. Hey, what's going on? Like, I haven't heard from you in a while. And that's your cue to just continue to stop talking to her. Even if she texts you, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. And let it go, bro. You're done. You're done with her. Trust me, that's something I had to learn. That's something that I think every guy has to kind of go through and then learn. But it's like, dude, learn from my mistake, and don't be that dude. If a girl's not interested in you and you can just see it, or if she's talking about other guys that, she's talking to or dating or whatever the case may be, bro, gone. Get the fuck up out of there. Quit talking to her, delete her number, and just move on. Move on to the next girl. And once you kind of adopt that mindset and you realize, oh, there are so many other girls out there, bro, you get out of this one-itis and you're like, man, what the fuck was I doing? Why was I wasting so much time on girls that didn't like me? Like, bro, invest time in the girls that actually like you back. And I'm telling you, you are going to be so much happier, because that's what I've done. The moment I like a girl and I just see she ain't really about it, I'm like, that's cool. I'm not for everybody. I'm not going to be attractive to every girl. I'm not going to be every girl's cup of tea, and that is what it is. That's cool. I'm going to go find a girl that I am her cup of tea, though. And that's the girl I'm going to put my time and effort and energy into. Why? Because that girl is going to want me to go to the gym with her. That girl is going to want me to hang out with her. That girl is going to want me to, do stuff for her and be like, what? Oh, we'll be a cute couple. Da-da-da. Instead of like, oh, yeah, we'll be a cute couple. So, like, the Padres yesterday. Like, come on, man. You don't want that. And I know it's eating you up inside because you're doing this whole cock blocking thing for some reason where she'll mention like, dang, that guy's kind of cute. And then you'll go be like, oh, so Samantha thinks you're fucking cute. Oh, yeah, she's a little weird though. Well, you know what I mean? Because I know you're doing that dumb shit. But yeah, as far as the girl though, you need to put your fucking foot down and you need to tell them, look, bro, I don't like you like that. I don't see you that way. All I see you as is a coworker. And if you can't be cool with that, then we shouldn't talk anymore. You need to put your fucking foot down and you need to be a bitch. Sorry to say it. You just do. I think a lot of girls nowadays sadly have to be kind of bitchy to get dudes to just go the fuck away because again, some dudes just don't get it. They just don't. I know because I was one of them. I used to be that guy. And so that's why I know what he's doing and I know what he's thinking. And he's thinking like, oh no, if I stay around and, if I talk to her enough and I find her in the right moment, she'll love me. And it's like, dude, even if you do get this girl, she ain't gonna stay with you. She'll be with you, sure. But the moment like a better dude comes around, bro, she's gone. She's gone. She's not going to stay with you. You'll probably just be an in-between dude. Like she's like, I don't want to be lonely. And she'll date you. She'll probably date you and won't even fuck you. And you'll be like, oh, man, no, she's not ready yet. All right, look, man, I'm done. I'm ending this episode because I'm having too many fucking flashbacks, man. God damn. But yeah, be a bitch. Put your foot down. Tell this dude, he needs to go. But yes, that's going to be the end of the episode, man. If you got this far in the episode, I appreciate you so much. Let me know what you thought about all the scenarios as well as the thread we've gone over today. Wish your boy a happy birthday if you want. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. Your boy's getting old. And so birthday wishes would be appreciated. Yeah, that's going to be it. Again, Patreon.com/MyLastSoulPodcast, man. If you want an episode like this every single Friday, man, definitely get on the Patreon. $3 a month, over 100 hours of content. Definitely get on over there and check that out. Audio listeners, go ahead and rate us 5 stars as well as keep downloading the episodes. I love to see you guys support, and it's cool when you guys do download. I get to see what part of the world you're from. I get to see what state you live in, what country you live in. It's really cool. It's really cool. Like, it's really dope to know that this podcast is actually like low-key worldwide. That's kind of dope to me. Like, there's people in Australia and the UK and Germany and Middle East and Africa and fucking Canada, Mexico. Like, it's cool as hell, man. It's super cool. So keep downloading all that stuff so that way I can see where you guys are from and, you know, all that good stuff. If you want to help out even more, though, follow us on Instagram as well as TikTok. TikTok, we do live stream over there on TikTok, Twitch, and Kick, as well as YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Supporting us helps out a lot, man. Appreciate you so much, and all that shit is for free. If it's for free, then it's for me, all right? Love you guys all. I will see you on Sunday for another beautiful episode. And, yeah, that'll be it. Peace. Love you. Chicken grease. Meow.